yeah, just fit that out there about half an hour ago. Wasn't looking at all good for a bite, but I was really considering casting it back in, reeling it back in and putting a zig on because hot day and nothing was happening on the bottom. So, but this one's just roared off. Feels alright. It was really tight to that the tree line over there, but managed to get out, so it was alright. It's up on the surface, so nice and early, so should be able to get it in easily. Cheers, mate. At least it's not a bream. That pellet and sweet corn's doing the trick again. It's one of those dark commons, I think. Feels a bit better than the last one. Cheers, mate. Been on the surface the whole fight. Don't we? Get this rig fish in, then we'll show you the rig I caught it on. Don't want to come in. Another one of those long ones. Hey, Swan, you in, mate?
Oh.
Still going over here. It looks like a nice one.
I think that was a liner.
Yeah. It went and then stopped, didn't it? So
Yeah.
probably worth one, didn't it? Yeah,
Oh, it's not a bad fish.
Another one of those long ones. You dead on this one? Get in. Cheers, mate. Come on. Another lovely low double figure common caught out on the tree line over there on my all special pellet and plastic corn rig, and I'll show you that next. Okay, we're going to talk rigs now. I'm just going to give you an insight into the rig I'm using to catch these fish. I've had 3 carp today. Unfortunately, I just lost one on this rig. Got snagged up in the tree line that I'm fishing tightly to. But anyway, I'm using pellet and fake corn as my bait. A lot of people don't use it on here because there's so many bream in here. I have caught 2 bream, but I don't mind that. They only bring the carp in. Doesn't bother me at all, and I've been catching carp, so it's absolutely fine. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, I've got a 16mm pellet on with a bit of pop-up fake corn. So how I tie it is a simple overhand knot, obviously, to make the loop in the end, and then I've put the bait on early so I know how long to make my hair. Anyway, so you thread it through the eye. It's going to sit like that, so you want it a couple of centimetres away from the bend of the hook. Using a curved shank hook. No need for rig tubing because they're already in turn brilliant for the bottom lip. But anyway, I tie it KD style, so I do two to 3 turns in with the bait, the hair involved, and then take it away and do it further 6 turns out of the eye. 6 is just my preference. It really, up to 8 is fine. 6 is my lucky number, and then put it through, and then you can see it's sitting at that angle where it's just going to catch in the bottom lip every time, and it just, like I said before, it just sits nicely on the bottom like that, hovers around like that, waiting for a carp to take it. They take it, and it hammers him in the bottom lip every time. So get on the pellet. Yeah, you're into them. You in, mate?
Yep. Right, down here at Tufnell Mere again. I'm down with my good old mate Chris. As you saw in the last video, I was in the same swim, came down here last week on the Friday, fishing the same spots but doing something different with the baits. And this one just screamed off in open water. Got here about 6 o'clock, had 2 fish after about an hour, and now 3rd fish on the long rod again. The pad rod hasn't gone as much, the fish ain't there, but oh well, at least we're catching on one rod.
Is that your baited area with your throwing sticks one?
Yep. Got about 100 baits out there scattered around in one area. And just fished a double 15mm bait on one of my rods. And let's try and get this one.
Can you hammer the next one?
That's right, mate.
Feel like a good one, or?
No, I've only hit one. About £4, £5. Average side at Tufnell Mere.
Certainly lively.
Nice dark fish.
Yeah, it's one of those dark commons. That's what I thought I had on last, but. And he's in. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Is that another one to your Ribena boilies? Blackcurrant boilies?
Blackcurrant and crab boilies. And good old crafty catcher. Let's get him on the bank and let's get sorted. Right, just had this fish 10.5 straight after Chris. About 10 minutes, did a blinding run. Open water's the scene. Right, my time for rig talk. I've got 2 15mm bottom baits, size 8 long shank hook, and I'm using subline off my reel. And I've got stiff boom, just covering up the swivel for camouflage, and also it helps on the long chuck cast. So when you cast out, just smooths out and it lays flat at the bottom. You could also use putty in the middle. I sometimes do, but today I thought I've been catching loads of fish and it's just doing business as last time. Also I've been using the inline lead 3 ounce and 4 ounces leads, as I told you in my last video. So I've got the quarter dark matter tubing or sinks bottom, then I've got the inline, then I've got my rig, so crush down swivel comes out easy. So it's harder for the fish to get rid of the hook, and you've got a fish on the bank. And yeah, that's mainly it. Also, I've got on my other rod, I've got the Scopex and squid, same colour, but I've been using different baits to just like put some crab and blackcurrant boilies out with over top of that, and I've been getting runs. Also, my little tip-offs, I caught a fish on that about 13.5 £, in a bit. So yeah, so get on my rigs. Chris's rigs are really good because you saw him had that 15.5 pounder using his method in the tree line. Swims 1 and 2, get on.
In.
Just had this 12.5 in my old margin spot on the pads with double hook bait. I'll show my rig shortly. Then suddenly Chris's rod screamed off.
I've had this beautiful 15.5 common, same spot on that pellet and sweet corn rig, about a yard off the tree line. really turned out to be a good spot.
It's been a good session.
What carp is it? Your fourth carp now? My fourth carp.
It's my fifth now. Just been using loads of boilies, doubling hook baits, catching the bigger fish. Chris is showing the way of the pellet. Describe what we do in the pellet and the boilies in a minute. You can go first, Chris? Right. Oh well, I'm using boilies today. I've got the Crafty Catcher fast boilies. I've got crab and blackcurrant what I've been having all my fish on. Also, I've got scopex and squid. These are in here. They're yellow baits. But with Crafty Catcher, I found out that they've got half blackcurrant and the other half's like crab. So instead of like other companies that like have a whole boilie like peach mango, one flavour, this has got two flavours. Also, I've brought some pop-ups of them. These are the super sweet coconut. These are the tip-offs. I had a fish on my margin rod on this, so they've been going well. And yeah, your turn, Chris.
Yeah, so I've been doing the opposite to Swanee today, and I've been using pellet, tipped off with a bit of fake corn. And then my freebies, I've been dipping in this strawberry syrup from Crafty Catcher. That seems to be doing the trick for me. Been feeding these 10mm pellets little and often, also dipped in the Crafty Catcher, and it's really been doing it for me. It's gone quiet for about an hour now, but Swanee's still been having them. Hopefully I'll be able to get a few more. It's looking good.
Yeah, also with pellets, what's Chris using, it's like all kind of fish love pellet because always been brought up on them. So when the farming season comes in, they just get fed on pellet and pellet. That's why loads of fish like pellet. That's why Chris is using this method today. Also, we've got like a bucket here, so we just put some pellets in there, in here, and we just tip about. We get a bottle and just squirt a lid full in. Then you just put it in the box and you just shake it up, and it makes it shiny. And yeah, also with pellet you could tip it off with one of these tip-offs coconut sweets, or Chris is doing his sweet corn. But today's methods, they've all been working fine. Chris has had the biggest fish on pellets, so why not get on the pellets?
All gone quiet for about hour and a half, but this one ripped off out of nowhere. Margin rod, just under £10, pretty happy with that.